You're back with another one. This time we got top 10 Hunter x Hunter anime moments by VinnyTube. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe. And I'm not gonna lie, the whole beginning of this video was a it was an ad, so I just skipped it. So yeah, it's top 10 Hunter x Hunter moments. I love it. Let's go. Let's do it. Killer's one shot, one kill.
We start off with Killua's one-shot kill. This is one of those moments where the darkness of Hunter x Hunter smacks you in the face without warning. It comes as early as episode 11 in the Hunter exam arc. Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio, 4 friends and hunters-to-be, must defeat a team of notorious prisoners to make it through to the next round. Killua Zoldyak's matched against Jonas the Dissector, a mass murderer known for dismembering his victims with his bare hands. It seems to be an unequal match, but not how we think. In a flash, Killua plucks Jonas' heart out of his chest with his bare hands, leaving his teammates terrified, except for Gon, who explains to them calmly that Killua is from a family of elite assassins. It's hard to believe the easygoing kid we first saw riding a skateboard is a cold-blooded murderer for hire, whose kill switch may come on at any time.
Bro, okay, first of all, I'm gonna start this out by saying that music in the background, I need to know where that's from. Is that actually Hunter x Hunter music? Because that was kind of heat with that guitar. And then two, I rewatched Hunter x Hunter and they're starting to. I finished the Hunter exam. Did I? I don't even think I finished the Hunter exams. I think I've got to the airship, and then I stopped again because I was just like, I'm gonna watch something new. It's about time. It was a couple weeks though. Hunter exam is really good, but I saw this part and I was just like, oh yeah, Killer was a badass. The perspective of sitting through Greed Island again has gotten me just be like, oh, I really don't want to do that right now. I like Greed Island. It's just like, ugh. Oh, and then add insult to injury. Here you go. It's like, bro.
Leorio, who looks much older than his teen years, is a big brother figure to Gon and the rest of his friends. He takes this role very seriously, and this becomes clear in episode 140 when he lectures Jing for being an absent father to Gon. Jing abandoned Gon as a baby to pursue a career as a hunter, and while Gon bears him no ill will and even aspires to be like him, his friends aren't too thrilled with Jing's parental neglect.
Man, he inspires to be a deadbeat.
Jing refuses to commit to visiting Gon, who's barely held on to his life and sanity after a particularly bruising battle and is in hospital. He channels his anger into one immensely satisfying Nen-powered punch to Jing's smug face. Gotta say, you deserve that, Jing.
He probably could have dodged it. I'm gonna be honest. He just let himself get hit. Also, the fact that Leorio can actually learn, he actually learned Nen and can use it, that is so cool. I really just thought he was in it for the money, and then he learned Nen, and it was like, oh, he actually is a hunter.
Lightning speed and godlike reflexes meet in this next moment, when Killua shows why he may be the coolest customer in the Hunter universe. Up against the beast-like Yuppie, one of 3 royal guards in the service of the Chimera and King Meruem, Killua goes into Godspeed mode, an ability that, as its name suggests, allows him to move and react above and beyond the limits of his body for a short period of time. Transformed into a silver streak of raw power, he hits Yuppie with a barrage of Nen-powered electric attacks to which the much stronger and bigger Chimera Ant has absolutely no answer. It's one of the coolest David and Goliath clashes in the series. It also serves as a reminder of Killua's dark past, because this ability and power are born of the family-imparted torture training and electric shocks that formed the young assassin's childhood. Up next we have Kite's death. Of the many friends and villains Gon meets on his journey, none perhaps has the impact that Kite does on the young hunter. A chance to find his father leads Gon to Kite, Jing's former student. Instead, the two form a strong bond despite not spending much time together. In the Chimera Ant arc, Kite, Gon and Killua find themselves up against Pito, another one of Meruem's royal guards. Heavily disadvantaged against the Chimera Ant, Kite sacrifices himself to save the two boys. The sight of Pito nestling Kite's lifeless head in her lap is one of the most disturbing moments in Hunter x Hunter, again, coming with absolutely no warning. More profoundly, Kite's death is the catalyst for a sea change in Gon's character at a later stage, and for one of the most iconic moments in anime history. Suffice to say, Kite's death is a moment of awakening for Gon in more ways than one.
That's very true. I actually didn't think he was dead at first. I really thought he was dead at first. He was okay. I didn't even know he was like really dead. Well, he's not really dead, but he died. They really actually did Kite pretty dirty too. How he gonna come back as a little girl? Like he's still alive, so I guess, but now he gotta just run it back. This time it's just a little girl now. And they really thought he was that dude's little sister. And it's like, no, my name is Kite. Gon's like, Kite? Like now Gon is older than you, bro. Unless he's going to like age rapidly, because he was kind of big to be born out of the and then be a little girl. Because not even a year past, he was just a little tiny little speck in the bird person. I forgot what his name was. The first Chimera ant that had unlocked Nen, I think. Yeah. Which is... This show is good, bro. This show is good. It's got me remembering.
If Killua's Godspeed is awe-inspiring but not altogether surprising, Kurapika's Emperor Time is just as amazing and quite unexpected. The lone survivor of the Gorta clan bears a deep grudge against the Phantom Troop, a gang of thieves who massacred his people for their scarlet eyes. This thirst for revenge shapes much of Kurapika's character, and his Nen ability...
Y'all hear that? Guitar in the background?
...chains on his right hand that have been specially conjured to bring down the spiders, as the troop members are called. But in the battle against Uvogin,
it might be electric guitar. I really don't know
reveals
instruments.
a frightening power that elevates the thinking hunter to a terrific combatant, which many of us may not have expected. Emperor Time takes over when Kurapika's eyes turn scarlet, transforming the natural conjurer into a specialist with 100% control over all 6 Nen categories. It's a power that doesn't quite fit the young man with a gentle voice.
Kinda
While
broken.
on the one hand, Kurapika uses Emperor Time at a great risk to his own life, on the other hand, he offers to spare Uvogin's life if he answers his questions with honesty. This duality is a masterful summary of Hunter x Hunter's innate ability to churn out multi-layered characters.
Bro, I thought Uvogin was so cool too. He did not fold. Even with his own life on the line, he did not fold. He was just like, you want to know about the other spiders? Man, go to hell. Like, he really said it. He a real one. Also, I thought Kurapika was going to get bodied. I thought he was going to get bodied fighting the Phantom Troop. I really had no faith in Kurapika. Be honest. Like, I thought he was just the Hiei, but like without being cool like Hiei. Like, Hiei's cool because he had all the... I'm be honest with you. Hiei's cool because he looked cool. He had the black hair, the black fit. He, with the demon eye, but he was a frost giant or whatever, frost demon. I don't even know what they're called in that, but we're not even talking about Yu Yu Hakusho. I watched it back to back though. That's why I'm remembering.
Kicking off the
Hiei
top
was right
five,
after.
we have the moment Gon and the
Hunter x
hunters
Hunter.
infiltrate the palace in the kingdom of East Goto for their final assault on Meruem. Entering a portal previously placed by expert infiltrator and member of the Hunter Association Nov, Gon and gang immediately run into Yuppie sitting on the staircase leading to the king's chamber. To get to Meruem, they must get past this powerful enemy first. Meanwhile, a second simultaneous castle invasion is underway, this time from the sky. Hunter Association Chairman Isaac Nadero and Killua's grandfather Zeno Zoldiak crash land on Pito and Poof, the third royal guard, in a meteor shower of dragon aura. As the animation switches to slow motion to capture the emotion on each face during the twin break-ins, the stage is set for the show's most memorable fights and unexpected outcomes, some of which will come up later on in this video. At this point, we can only wait to see how Meruem, his powers not yet revealed, will meet the Hunter's challenge.
Bro, I need like a condensed version to where they like show all of like Netero stuff during this thing, or like all of Gon's, like what happened with Gon, just straight without like switching to another character, just straight. I need to see just all straight through. I hope there's a version like that out there, or someone like cut it together to where it's just like or just an OVA or something. Just drop like it. Just guys, just drop it. Just drop an OVA. Just Gon's time during the invasion, and you can have like multiple Killua's time during the invasion, because some of them will overlap, and that'll be kind of cool to watch it. But you see them separate, and then you just follow Killua instead of following Gon. Like when like Gon's going with Pito, you don't know what happens with Gon. You just you're just following Killua. Next thing you know, you see Gon, and he's in the hospital. You're like, what happened? Like like Killua was. He was just like, what happened? Go, you were good. You were pissed, but now you're in the hospital. No, because he saw him body Pito. He definitely did. Yeah, and then he lost his arm. Yeah, and Gon. Yeah, okay. I forgot about all that. So you see Knuckle, and then next thing you know, you see Gon in the because I don't even think Knuckle saw Gon after that. I don't even remember. It's been too long, but you know what I mean. That'd be cool. That'd be a nice OVA to do, actually. I would watch that.
The next moment's pure poetry, a beautiful dirge to a fallen comrade. As part of his plan to raid the Mafia community's auction, Phantom Troop leader Crollo Lucifer kidnaps the Nostrade family's daughter and gets her to write him a fortune with her Nen abilities. The fortune hits home as it speaks of Uvo Gin's death. In memory of his dead partner who loved a good fight, Crollo orders the rest of the spiders to head for the auction venue and go wild, even as he engages the Mafia hitmen sent after him. It's a brilliant spectacle of mayhem, action, and emotion, all set to the haunting music of Mozart's Lacrimosa and the fortune teller's words. This moment cements Crollo's position as one of the series' most charismatic villains. It gives the troop a depth few antagonist groups in shonen anime get. The spiders come across as a close-knit family and not a group of unfeeling thieves. They might, as a rule, welcome anyone who kills a member into their fold, and they might not be averse to slaughtering a room full of people, but they're more than their villainy, and this Requiem beautifully captures this complexity.
Deadass, they actually cared about each other. They were literally they're like, who killed Uvagin? It was like, you know who? You know who? They was all looking. They wanted revenge. Also, I hated that big nose chick. Like the one that her nose starts up here and ends down here. Yeah, I hated her. Her Nen ability was stupid. Like, I can read your mind. You know, blah, blah. Bro, shut up. You suck. I don't like you. My heartstrings, bro. Komagi, bro, my heartstrings.
From a moment of beauty to one of great sadness. Ooh. At the beginning, it's hard to think of Meruem as anything but a murderous mutant whose first action is to kill his mother. But a single chance encounter with the blind and clumsy Komugi turns his character completely on its head. What starts off as a game to kill time takes Meruem on a life-altering journey that confounds him as much as it does us. It's fascinating to see this cruel and violent king grow a heart and to be brought to his knees, not by a skilled hunter, but a defenseless human girl. At the risk of giving away the story, Meruem, close to death and almost blind after an epic final battle, seeks out Komugi, who's also fatally wounded. The chapter on their unlikely friendship closes with a final game of Gungi that's sure to bring tears to the most hardened hearts. Making an antagonist like Meruem capable of such raw emotion and making it believable is perhaps one of Hunter x Hunter's biggest achievements.
It was the ugliest cry too. I was like, it was gross, but I did it. I'm being honest with y'all. Tears just all the way down my. But at first it started out like the gangsta tear. You know, like y'all. Okay, for my wrestling fans out there, y'all remember Enzo Amore, where his tag team with Big Cass broke up? And he had that one single tear go down his face. That was some good ass acting by him, by the way. That's what I was like at first. And then as it just kept progressing, it went from one gangsta tear to like 12 back-to-back tears to yeah, it was gross. Okay, okay. Why does Netero sound like such a badass in both dub and sub? He sounds like a badass in both. They did a good job casting him. And then that face, bruh. That's terror.
Is a masterclass of action and analysis, experience and natural talent, with a good bit of mutual admiration thrown in. After losing an arm and a leg,
Wasn't this number 2?
is on the verge of death. But it just so happens that the wily old hunter holds the winning card against his seemingly invincible opponent. Netero unleashes a final attack, a suicide bomb that triggers only when his heart stops. Before this ultimate sacrifice, he shows his enemy one last act of kindness, fulfilling his wish of knowing the name left to him by his dying mother. A victorious but defeated Meruem admits the old hunter had him at checkmate all along, and Netero gets a send-off that few mentors in shonen anime manage to achieve. So,
yeah, it was over. It was... Oh my gosh. What do they call it? The rose bomb or something like that? Ooh!
If you haven't already noticed, the hero of this series, Gon, is barely featured on this list, but that all changes right now. The most memorable moment in Hunter x Hunter belongs to the boy whose story this is, after all. It also ties up with another moment earlier on the list, Kite's death. In the inevitable fight to the death between Gon and Pito that we knew was coming, Gon's forced to face the truth of Kite's death. But
bruh, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. First time I saw this, it didn't affect me. But I was just like, you know what? It might have been because I was literally binging the arc, and I was like ready for it to end. So I took like a week break, went back like to the episode where I really stopped paying attention, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. This is impact. Like, it was just so impactful. I was just like, Gon is crazy good.
He's overcome by grief and hate and snaps, setting off undoubtedly the most terrifying transformation in anime history. Sacrificing his life energy and all of his Nen abilities, Gon turns into an older, stronger, and altogether unrecognizable version of himself. Gon is the light from his eyes. Only a blind desire for revenge exists. Gon too is Pito's earlier confidence, and only fear remains. The sides have been completely switched. What ensues is a brutal, one-sided takedown where the lines between good and bad blur to such an extent, it's hard to see actually who's right and who's wrong. We no longer recognize the monster with dead eyes beating an already lifeless Pito to a pulp. Is this really the kind-hearted Gon we all know and love? Will he ever be back? Hunter x Hunter hits a pinnacle of darkness in this devastating moment that we may never recover from.
This is exactly what I was looking for.
Can you hear it?
That brings up...
We dedicate this requiem.
These were not the words of a beaten and
I just have to, you know, I just have to. I hear Netero's dub voice.
His face made it clear he meant every single word.
Like, start talking, bro.
This is going to detonate the second.
Also, that's crazy. This man is the only black man I've seen in maybe two. There's 2 black men I've seen in all of Hunter x Hunter. We need more representation. Come on, y'all.
If there is one.
Oh, I completely skipped the thing I was trying to. Miram sounds so good too.
You know nothing of the bottomless malice within the human heart.
Like, bro, if I heard that, I would be shivering from fear. I was like, oh my gosh, he just said that. I'm going to die. Like, that's exactly what I would have said. I was like, oh my, this is it. I'm done. I'm done for. That's my last day. I hope y'all enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.